In a bold and unprecedented move, the CEO of John Deere has stepped into the spotlight to address a storm of criticism that has rocked the iconic agricultural company. As tensions rise among employees, shareholders, and customers, the leader of the world's most recognizable green and yellow brand refuses to stay silent. With rumors swirling and protests gaining momentum, the CEO's response isn't just a statement. It's a declaration of resilience, strategy, and vision. But will it be enough to calm the chaos or fuel the fire? The company disclosed plans to significantly reduce its workforce in the US as it moves more of its manufacturing operations to Mexico. This has raised a lot of questions about what's going on with John Deere. It's the same company that recently angered farmers by locking the software on their tractors, forcing them to rely on company technicians for even the smallest repairs. Now, John Deere is back in the spotlight with another controversial decision that could potentially have major consequences. So, what's behind this move? John Deere has just announced its intention to shift more production to Mexico, with a transition expected to be completed by 2026. This shift will involve manufacturing mid-frame skid steel loaders and compact track loaders at a new facility. This follows a similar announcement from 2022, when the company decided to relocate tractor cab production to Mexico, citing the tight labor market in the US. It seems like John Deere is really testing the patience of the American public, the same people who contributed to building the company's success. Not too long ago, John Deere found itself in trouble again for sticking to policies that appear to prioritize profits over the needs of farmers. Imagine this. A farmer has to wait for a John Deere technician to repair their tractor because the company prevents them from making the repairs themselves. Farmers have reported that sometimes they have to wait several days for a technician to arrive, putting millions of dollars in crops at risk, all because of a policy that seems intended to boost the company's repair fees. After facing a rising tide of complaints, legal disputes, and backlash from farmers, John Deere finally started to relax its strict policies. But if you thought the company was only upsetting farmers in the US, think again. John Deere is now making enemies among its own workforce. The company has announced layoffs at several of its local production facilities as it moves operations to Mexico. It didn't take long for more information to surface, revealing that the issue was far bigger than initially anticipated. At the heart of the controversy is the announcement that around 300 workers at John Deere's plants in Iowa and Illinois are set to lose their jobs, a devastating blow to the local communities that have long relied on the company for economic stability. These layoffs are part of a much larger reconstruction plan to shift significant production operations to Mexico, a move that has ignited outrage among workers, unions, and even some customers who see it as a betrayal of the company's American roots. The layoffs bring the total number of employees terminated by John Deere in 2024 alone to over 2,100, signaling a massive shift in the company's operational priorities. Despite the growing backlash, the company has denied any direct link between the layoffs and the move to Mexico, attributing the cuts instead to a decrease in demand for tractors and other agricultural equipment. However, critics are skeptical, arguing that the decision to relocate production aligns too closely with the layoffs to be purely coincidental. Unions and advocacy groups have accused John Deere of prioritizing profit margins over the livelihoods of American workers, while some employees have expressed feelings of betrayal after years of loyalty to the company. The controversy has also sparked wider debates about corporate responsibility, globalization, and the long-term impacts on local economies when manufacturing jobs are outsourced overseas. As the dust continues to settle, one thing is clear. John Deere is facing one of the biggest reputational crises in its storied history, with the CEO's next step likely to determine whether the company regains the trust of its workforce or pushes it further into the storm. The company's employees aren't buying the explanation and have expressed their frustration. One employee even went as far as to call the layoffs nothing more than a greedy move, saying it feels like layoffs are being announced every day, causing a lot of uncertainty. The only reason Deere is doing this is greed, they said. It turns out this frustration may be justified. Why? because John Deere isn't exactly struggling financially. In fact, the company has been reporting impressive profits over the past 3 years, placing it in a strong financial position. In 2021, John Deere posted a profit of $5.96 billion. The following year, that number jumped to $7.3 billion, and by 2023, the company reached a staggering $10.1 billion in profit, a 42% increase from the previous year. On top of that, the company awarded its CEO, John May, a massive $26.7 million in total compensation for 2023. This wasn't the first time he received such a large sum. John Deere's CEO, John May, has recently stepped forward to address the wave of controversies that have put the iconic agricultural giant under intense scrutiny. The issues at hand include the company's diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, policies, and a series of substantial workforce reductions that have left communities reeling. Facing mounting criticism from multiple fronts, ranging from the United Workers Union and disheartened farmers to outspoken remarks from former President Donald Trump, May has sought to take decisive actions aimed at realigning the company's strategies with its core values and the expectations of its customers. In a carefully worded statement, May acknowledged the challenges John Deere is facing while defending the company's vision for the future. He emphasized the importance of maintaining a balance between innovation, inclusivity, and financial sustainability in an increasingly competitive global market. However, as tensions simmer over the layoffs and questions linger about the company's commitment to its workforce and American-made production, many are left wondering whether these efforts will be enough to mend strained relationships and restore trust. As the controversy continues to unfold, John May's leadership will be tested like never before, with the stakes extending far beyond the company's bottom line. The outcome of his response will likely shape not only John Deere's reputation, but also the broader conversation about corporate responsibility in modern America. Wait, there's more! Before diving into the next big reveal, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop with all the latest and hottest trends. In July 2024, John Deere announced a strategic shift away from its DEI initiatives. The company stated that it would no longer participate in or support external social or cultural awareness events, such as parades and festivals. Additionally, John Deere committed to auditing all company-mandated training materials to ensure the absence of socially motivated messages, while remaining compliant with federal, state, and local laws. The company also clarified that diversity quotas and pronoun identification have never been and are not part of its policies. This move was a direct response to criticism from conservative groups and individuals, including filmmaker and podcaster Robbie Starbuck, who accused John Deere of promoting woke policies. May emphasized that these changes were made to better align the company's operations with its business strategy and to meet the needs of its customers. Concurrently, John Deere has faced significant workforce reductions, with approximately 2,000 manufacturing employees laid off across various plants in Iowa and Illinois. These layoffs have sparked considerable backlash from the employees and the public, leading to questions about the company's commitment to its workforce. In response, May has asserted that these decisions were driven by economic factors and the need to optimize operations, rather than by the company's strategic shifts. He emphasized that John Deere remains committed to its employees and is focused on ensuring the company's long-term sustainability and success. May's statements aim to reassure stakeholders that the company is navigating these challenges with a focus on its core mission and values. These developments have placed John Deere at the center of a broader debate about corporate responsibility, workforce management, and the role of DEI initiatives in business operations. May's leadership during this period is being closely scrutinized as stakeholders seek clarity on the company's direction and its commitment to both its employees and customers. The outcome of these strategic decisions will likely have lasting implications for John Deere's reputation and its position in the agricultural equipment industry. What do you think is the future for John Deere? Share in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.